Billy Joe Saunders thinks he can beat and defeat Canelo Alvarez. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest. Billy Joe Saunders is pushing for the Canelo fight. He told a recent interview, quote, "We're pushing very hard for the Canelo fight. I believe in my heart I have the tools to beat Canelo. I need to be prepared to beat the man, and I will. I'm waiting for the chance." He goes on to say, "I'll be on the phone trying to get this fight made. I'm missing that big defining fight, and I think you'll see the best of me. I've never been in the ring and not found a way to win. Hopefully the fight can get made now. There's no bigger fight that can be made at the weight, which is cap. I think David Benavidez and Caleb Plant are bigger." You know, some of these guys from the UK, I literally don't know what they're referring to when they make comments like that. He said there's no bigger fight in the division. First of all, he has a belt against a guy named He Fat, She Thick or something like that. And it's not the biggest fight. Anyway, he says you have to have more than a boxing brain to beat Canelo. You have to have that graft around you. It's a good fight, and I think it's one that should happen. It's a unification and one of the biggest fights out there. I believe on my night, I have every tool in the box to beat Canelo Alvarez. If I wanted to get money against Canelo, I could have gotten it a couple of times. It's not just about the money. The money comes with that. I just feel that I have the beating of him. There shouldn't be a reason why this fight shouldn't get made. MTK is confident the fight will be made, as well as Eddie Hearn, so let's get it on. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I disagree 1000%. I think Callum Smith on paper presented the same level of challenge, if not greater. You know, Callum Smith was 7 feet tall and Canelo destroyed him, walked him down, looked extremely composed, looked sharp, defense on point. And Callum Smith was supposed to be one of the UK in that division, one of their biggest punchers. And he had all that height and reach, and it went to waste. Now, I do understand that Billy Joe Saunders is a totally different style. I get that styles make fights. Canelo has had some trouble with guys who can move a bit, Austin Trout and, you know, Erislandy Lara, Floyd Mayweather, who are going to give you those different looks. Billy Joe Saunders, I can't rely on him. His performances have been far too inconsistent. You get Erislandy Lara in there, you get Austin Trout at the time, who had just beaten Cotto. You get guys like Floyd Mayweather at the time where Floyd fought Canelo. These guys have been way more consistent. Billy Joe Saunders, sometimes he'll pull a David Lemieux performance out of nowhere, out of thin air, and look really good. And then he'll fight an Artur Akov and look lackluster. You know, you're going to see sometimes in Billy Joe Saunders' career, he beats Andy Lee, looks good. But then he has a fight with, let's say, Marcelo Esteban Corceres on the YouTube KSI Logan Paul 2 undercard, and he looked terrible before squeaking by and getting the knockout. So it's going to need a lot more than what I've seen in recent memory, and the level of competition and inactivity to beat a guy like Canelo. So I personally don't want to see Canelo at this current moment fight any more of Eddie Hearn's fighters, or, you know, British fighters, European fighters, when there's guys that Canelo could be making tremendous fights with in America, where he's fighting and where DAZN is trying to and has been struggling to capitalize it. Billy Joe Saunders, again, he's entitled to his own opinion. He could say it's the biggest fight at super middleweight. I disagree. I think David Benavidez would be a huge fight, even if Jermall Charlo moved up from 160 to 168. These are all bigger fights. Caleb Plant was a big fight that everybody was excited for. So I in no way, shape, or form feel the style of Billy Joe Saunders would make for a bigger fight. You know, could he give Canelo some problems with his style? Possibly. But so can Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant's always in shape. He's never failed a drug test, unlike Billy Joe Saunders that we know of, right? So I don't really want to see, you know, Canelo continue to just run through Golovkin 3. We already know what that fight's going to be. Billy Joe Saunders, who he just beat Martin Murray, who just retired. So that goes to show you, anytime somebody loses like that, more often than not, unless you're Marvin Hagler or something, and you lose and you've taken other losses before and stuff, you're losing and you're retiring right after it, because that's the point you're at in your career. We've seen it after John Molina fought Josecito Lopez. We seen it after Francisco Chia Santana fought Josecito Lopez. We seen, you know, Kell Brook ponder retirement after Terrence Crawford beat him again. That's the spot they're at. De La Hoya versus Manny Pacquiao. You know, that's the part that they're at in their career. So Billy Joe Saunders just put a fighter in retirement who probably, I thought he was already retired, Martin Murray. So that's just a major step up to go from Martin Murray and Esteban Corceras to a Canelo level. And like I said, a champion, a respected guy with some attributes like Callum Smith. I don't think he's better than Caleb Plant. I said that before the fight, or David Benavidez, but definitely a top 3 guy. Canelo just did what he wanted with him, walked him down, broke his arm or whatever they're saying. And I just don't see Billy Joe Saunders with his style having, at this current point, enough to beat Canelo. First of all, Canelo is a boxer puncher. So what he does is flashy. You know, his body shots, his uppercuts, even when he attempts for an uppercut, is like jaw-drawing, is like jarring, you know what I'm saying? And it looks scintillating. So Billy Joe Saunders would have to try to outbox Canelo, but Canelo's going to be all night the one trying to pick the shots, and the shots he's landing, body shots, the combination punches. Canelo showed you he has a great jab, great ring IQ. It's just how you going to impress the judge enough to beat a Canelo. Likely he would have to fight on Canelo's turf, like in America or somewhere where Canelo wants to fight rather than the UK. And I just don't see Billy Joe Saunders outsmarting Canelo and comfortably winning enough rounds to the point where, like, if it's close, why would they give it to Billy Joe Saunders? You know, Canelo's the money man in boxing, and plus his shots look more like they have more oomph to it. So I just don't see what he's gonna do to discourage a guy like Canelo. So I don't want to see that fight, and I don't want to see any Eddie Hearn fighters. Canelo's running through Eddie Hearn's whole little stable. He beat Danny Jacobs, who was with Eddie Hearn at the time they fought. He just beat Rocky Fielding. He beat Callum Smith. You know, Triple G's with Eddie Hearn. I think he would definitely beat him in the 3rd fight. Billy Joe Saunders, I mean, was he just trying to fight Eddie Hearn fighters? There's other good fighters in boxing. So I think Canelo got to take one for the team, make some of the other important fights. David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, who's moving up to 68. Saunders should be trying to fight Andrade, set that up, winner fight Canelo. Something like that we could do. If they look good in that fight, Andrade Saunders, you know, which was a fight that was supposed to happen a couple years ago. Yeah, do that. And then the winner gets them, and let Canelo rock and get Charlo or Andrade or Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, Bevo, Beterbiev, any of those type of dudes. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Use the ESPN Plus link. It does help the channel when you guys click on that. ESPN Plus. For $5.99, you get a ton of content, or you can get the bundle ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus, all 3 apps for one low price. You could also get ESPN Plus, a subscription, as a gift if you want to give a gift to somebody for Christmas or whatever you celebrate for the holidays. Click my link for more information. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think Billy Joe Saunders at this point would beat Canelo Alvarez. His last performance where he really fought someone where he looked impressive to me was David Lemieux. That was several years ago. Canelo keeps evolving, student of the game, keeps looking better. And, you know, against the guys he's fighting, I just don't see it being Billy Joe Saunders' night. What is he going to do to really warrant the respect? Does he have the power to get... I think Caleb Plant has more power than Billy Joe Saunders at 168. So, I don't know. And Caleb Plant he has different speed and athleticism. It's just different fighters. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, "Hi, I'm Mike Tyson. Come and watch my fight." Floyd Mayweather, "Easy work. I'm rich." And Manny Pacquiao, "Yes, it's up to my promoter." Just to name a few. If that's not enough, you could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All 3 apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego, signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.